Good evening, folks. Right now I'm going to do an astrological analysis where the planets were on the Hiroshima atomic bomb drop and blast. Now, World War II caused devastation throughout Europe and worldwide. Pearl Harbor and Hiroshima were certainly no exceptions. On December 7th, 1941, Japan attacked Pearl Harbor, bringing the U.S. into the war. No one then knew the devastation that would befall Japan itself by the same country they bombed 4 years earlier. On August 6, 1945, an atomic bomb would turn a bustling Japanese city into a graveyard. Mushroom clouds would rise 18 kilometers, or 11 miles, up from the epicenter in Hiroshima. Survivors would suffer radiation poisoning for generations and years to come. Rebuilding would take place in the post-war years. Now the chart is named Hiroshima Atomic Bomb Little Boy Drop, and it's cast for August 6, 1945, 8:15 a.m. JST, Japan Standard Time, for Hiroshima, Japan. The source is Wikipedia. Now I'll just look at a few of the aspects in the chart. Now we'll start with Mars in the 9th house. Now the 9th house deals with foreign travel in foreign countries. Here we find none other than the red planet, Mars, planet of war, military, and assertiveness. From ground zero at Hiroshima that day, Mars was just making its way past the midpoint into the sky, with Uranus following, moving into the house of foreign travel. Mars, ruling destruction, brought change, Uranus, that day from foreign allied forces. The atomic bomb was dropped right at 8:15 a.m. JST, when Mars, ruling bombing, brought in change and changed the landscape and the people forever. This transaction between Mars and Uranus was directly above, as I said, ground zero in the sky. What are the odds? Once again, both moving into and through the house of foreign countries, the 9th. Now we'll look at Mercury in the 12th house square Mars. Now Mercury, planet of the mind and rational thinking, is found here in the 12th house. And the 12th house rules over illusions and confusion. Okay, now certainly after the blast, people were shocked into silence for days and weeks afterward. There are videos capturing citizens shocked and silently staring, virtually staring into space. This placement took away their interest in mundane reality. It was inevitable. The explosion, ruled by Mars again, affected the citizens' mental state to the point of drastic confusion. On the other hand, this placement may indicate strong psychic facilities. What they experienced could not be put into mundane expression. Psychic and otherworldly to them, but hard to describe as it was. Now we'll take a look at the 6th house cusp. The 6th house of service and health has Aquarius, sign of unusual, and ruled by the planet of surprise, Uranus. After this event, people's health would change forever. Yet, they did not know the extent of the illness at the time or what to expect. Another surprise element here. Over the years, citizens would fall sick and their offspring would be born into this world with severe birth defects as a result of the radiation. Radiation poisoning wasn't even coined at that time. Unusual symptoms started to show up on blast survivors in the years following. The atomic bomb was just coming of age. On a side note, Aquarius is also an air sign. Particles from the blast in the air caused cancer in survivors. Surprise again. Now lastly, we'll look at Pluto conjunct Sun in the 11th house. Now ironically, we find Sun and Pluto in Leo here. This event was center stage for its time. Sun, ruling the ego, and Pluto, transformation, were at work together here. The blast obliterated the city and changed the whole ego structure of the place. It had to be rebuilt from the ground up. Leo is the showman of the zodiac. Curiously, this is where the House of Friends and Group Association comes into play. After the war, indeed, in the rebuilding and transformation, ruled by Pluto, the US was consulted. So Hiroshima and Japan did receive outside help for the city's rebirth and transformation, but only after the bombing and after the war. Peace out, astrosleuth.